Hi. Well, today I wanted to give you a couple of really neat pieces of suggestion that you can use when performing an E.S.P mind reading effect. If you're using the standard E.S.P card, circle, square, plus sign, star, wavy lines, okay? So what I will do is introduce these cards and I will say to people there's a circle, square, plus sign, the star and wavy lines. I'll say to them that these cards are used in the 1930s to test for extrasensory perception, mind reading, telepathy, all that kind of nonsense. There's a circle, square, plus sign, the star, wavy lines. Fantastic. What I want you to do is take hold of these cards, give them just a little mix up for me, that's it. And like I say, back in the 30s they did these experiments. One person thought of a shape, the other person guessed what it was. The idea here is obviously circle, square, plus sign, star, wavy lines. So I'm going to take out one of the shapes, put it face down on the table. All I want you to do is think of the first shape that comes to mind. That's it. Have a look through your cards. That's it. Find out the shape that comes to mind. Find it in your cards. That's it. Take it out and place it face down on the table, which they do. Now what am I doing here? Well, I'm pushing towards the star, okay? Which is generally what they will place down. Now obviously what I'm doing here is anchoring and then triggering that anchor, but initially I'm going to lay out the shapes like this. So I'm going to position them circle, square, plus sign, the star and wavy lines. Now when you lay out a series of objects from left to right, as the people looking at the cards from left to right, this position psychologically is out of the five. The two end cards generally get chosen less. It seems to generally be the one to the right of the middle. This card here, which is the most appealing card to choose. So I'm going to lay them out like this. I'm going to say the circle. I'm going to say we've got five different shapes: circle, square, plus sign, the star, and wavy lines. So I call it a circle, square, plus sign, and wavy lines. When I say star, I say the star. Now I don't say the circle, the square, the plus sign, the wavy lines. I say circle, square, plus sign, the star, and wavy lines. So I'm already using an extra word, the, and I will change my tonality. So circle, square, plus sign, the star, and wavy lines. And also I will bang on the table. Circle, square, plus sign, the star, and wavy lines. Okay? So I'm really marking this one out differently. It's already in the psychologically most appealing position, so that people kind of remember it. Circle, square, plus sign, the star, and wavy lines. I'll do a gentle little nod like that as well. I'll give the cards to the other person, I'll chat a little bit about whatever pattern I'm using, and then I'll go circle, square, plus sign, the star, wavy lines. One of the things I may well do, before I repeat that, I might say, so what was your name again? Jenny. Okay, and I'll do the same, Jenny. I'll anchor the same tonality, the same gesture, the same spatial location when I'm saying her name, reinforcing Jenny. Because people like their name. People like when you say their name. So I'm going to put a good feeling on top of there as well. It just adds to it a little. So then I'm going through like this. I've marked out tonally with the anchor, with the knock on the table, and also the fact that I'm calling it the. So then I go through the cards and I say, okay, so I'm going to take out a card, place it face down on the table. I want you to take out the first card that kind of comes to mind. Making it a little bit obvious here so you get it. All I want you to do is think of the first card that comes to mind. That's it, whatever card that comes to mind. Have a look through your cards, that's it, find it, take it out and place it face down on the table. So I'm really not going to give them any chance here to think about it. Rapid fire set of instructions. Take out the first card that comes to mind, that's it, find it, take it out, put it face down on the table, there we go, fantastic. And generally speaking, the card that and you'll start to see, you'll start to notice the look in people's face and you know that it's going to hit. So this is the first thing that I will do. Next, obviously what happens is they turn over their card first and then they turn over my card and they both match. And it's kind of a bit shocking. But then I brush it off casually. Could have been a coincidence. Could have been implying, obviously it isn't. So then I say, okay, we'll do this again. Take your cards back, we'll give them a mix up. Okay, so this time what I want you to do is to take out the card you just absolutely think is going to catch me out the most. So the one you just absolutely think is going to catch me out the most. And again, what am I doing? I'm saying, I want you to take out the card you just. Basically, I'm saying, take out the card you just put on the table. But I carry on my sentence a little bit after I trigger that anchor again. So I want you to take out the card you just absolutely think is going to catch me out the most. So the sentence is, I want you to take out the card you think is going to absolutely catch me out the most. But I change my tonality, I use the same spatial location and the sound, knocking on the table. I want you to take out the card you just absolutely think is going to catch me out the most. I'm basically saying to them, I want you to take out the card you just put down. Sometimes I'll even say, I want you to take out the card you just absolutely think is going to catch me out the most. Just like the same as before. The same as before. The same as before. And everything is pushing the person towards, again, placing on the table the star, which then I turn over. And that's twice in a row. That's twice now in a row that we've both put down a card. I always put mine down first. They turn theirs over first, then they turn mine over. I don't touch my card once it goes on the table. And that's twice in a row I've guessed that. Now seems to have gone way beyond just coincidence. Then I go into my full E.S.P routine, which is just as clean as that, just as amazing, matching up all of them, and then some. That is mine. It's a magician fooling trick which I love to do. Maybe I'll release that one day, but those are just some suggestions that you can add to your own E.S.P card routine, your E.S.P mentalism effect. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have fun. Let me know how you get on.